Waiting with us today, and I would like to welcome everyone, each and everyone, to come and join us today. It is a gathering between communities and our officials today. We welcome you all. Thank you for participating. I would like to welcome our Democratic Party Chairman, Jeremy Zellner, for joining us today. I would like to welcome our Lovejoy District Council Member, Byron Ballman. I would like to welcome our legislator, Howard Johnson. We also have our primary winner, Ellicott District to-be Council Member, Leah Holton Pope. I'd like to welcome our MVP, President Mia. Very well. I would like to welcome our Assembly Member of Women, Crystal People-Stoke. I would also like to welcome all the volunteers and the community members joining us today. It is an honor for me to be hosting with Brother Mushed. I would like to call up on stage our community leader, Mohammed Usman Shimulbai, to start this program here tonight. Usman Shimulbai, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon everybody. How are you doing today? Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thanks to Almighty God who gave us a chance to come here today. And thank you very much all of our mainstream leaders, the councilmen, the party chairman, the Democrat Party chairman. I would like to congratulate first the Democrat Party chairman, Jeremy Zellner is here. Please give the applause around here. I would like to thank the assembly members, the majority leader, Crystal People-Stokes. Please give the applause here. And I would like to thank the Women Making History and Ellicott District, Leah Hilton Hope. And I would like to thank brother, I call him brother, honor, just the legislator, Howard Johnson. He working 24/7 for community. You will see him every day. And I would like to thank to our another councilman, Brian Ballman. Please give a call down here. And we have a brother councilman of University District. He will be here too. Janetta Everhart, the councilwoman, Maston District. She will be here too. So we are waiting, and this is the middle of the time for prayers. So everybody, I join after prayers. Our time is like if I say 6 o'clock, people start come 6:30 or 7. So next time, I'm sorry for all the officials. I'll say the community like 6:30. I'll say you 7 o'clock. So you don't need to wait too much time. Thank you everybody. Actually we start. Mia is here, and City of Buffalo we start bridging the gap. All community as one. See, all community as one. Today we did one event, the white, the black, and the Bengali, or Spanish, all over the community in here. And we did a one event in Bailey and Kensington with Buffalo Fathers. The diversity, it was very beautiful. So when everybody working together for community, it look good, it make her more stronger. The Bengali community in Buffalo, we are rising every day. We say the figure, the numbers, we say one in another, but I myself think at least 50,000 Bengali in Erie County, more than that. So this is the big community in Buffalo, and if we're not working together, what's gonna happen? We wanna work, we wanna bridging the gap, we wanna working together. So we don't hate each other. We want to make a friendship. We want to make a brotherhood, working together and make the community stronger. And most of our people and the MVP president in here, and she knows how much fight we do. Everywhere we go, we fight, we solve the problem, we shake the hand, 1, 2, 3. When community work together, the problem solve 1, 2, 3. We solve a lot of problems. Each Bengali community and black community, we misunderstanding. We have a language barriers, so we misunderstanding a lot. Our community thinking, oh, Bengali come Buffalo, taking everything here. They are buying housing. They are taking everything one and one. They buy house by house. They took the block by block and everything. Think about it. If Bengali don't choose the Buffalo, they choose maybe New Jersey. They choose others. They buy the houses. They being their resource. They buy the houses. They make the house nice and they start living. So you kids and my kids, when they play together, what's gonna happen? We make our friendship. We make our brotherhood. Your kids and my kids go same school, right? They play together. So we make this kind of brotherhood, and our generation will be good. So we have to make our brotherhood. And one thing I tell over and over, if we are from same God, the children born in India, the children born in America, the children born in Palestine, the children born in Israel, who sent them? Who control the children birth? Who sent them? The God. We don't have a control to birth one children. So the God sent. It's not my control. I born in Bangladesh. My children born in America. It's not my control. They can be born in another place. So no man born as a terrorist, no man born as the color, no man just, we make ourselves this difference. God never make us difference. Why are we gonna fight each other? Why are we gonna, if you cut Leah blood, if you take blood from Leah, what color? So my blood, Jeremy is here. If you take his blood, what color? We are in the same. We have the same 2 hands, 2 eyes. Who make us? Who make us divide? We make ourselves divide. Nobody is powerful more than God, right? We see we have a president and thus powerful presidents. We see my dad, his dad, and his father. Then other father. Where are they? Before 100 years, we don't have a name. After 100 years, we don't have a name. So what's going to happen is middle. We are representative to bring the peace and love, right? So, but we are fighting all over the world, everywhere. So we are fighting. Why? The terrorist is terrorist. No matter what, terrorist has no religious. No religious. Terrorist make himself by religious. They make a shadow as a religious, but they don't have no religious. Anywhere of the world, the children, Bangladesh, children America, children Israel, children in Palestine, all are in the same God. So we are praying, we are working for peace. We don't want anywhere crime. We don't want anybody, any children, any civilians killed anywhere on the world. So that's, we are bringing the peace, and we are making the, bridging the gap, city of Buffalo. We want to work together. And Bangladesh community, our chairman Jeremy Jelner is here. We want to work with Democrat Party. Think about 50,000 Bengali people. We have to make them in a mainstream. We have to make them opportunity to work together. We want to work together. We want to bring peace and love. We're working with Buffalo Fathers. We're working for MBF. We're working for Buffalo Peacemaker. We're working with Back to Basic, all the grassroots organization. We want to be Buffalian. We love America. We love Buffalo. We want to work together. We want to bring peace and love. Thank you, brother Moinul. All the brothers coming. I know everybody in a mosque prayer, so people will start coming. But I want to invite to brother Moinul and brother Moshed to continue this. We have some councilmen, they have rushed. We're going to let them, we're going to let them in and out. Please. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Usman. Give it up. Bridging the gap is the main key out here. We're trying to work with our city officials, everyone. We're trying to work with the communities to bring diversity in the city of Buffalo. We are, as community as whole, as Bangladeshi, as African Americans, Hispanics, and every other race, we're trying to work together. So I thank Brother Usman for taking this initiative to work with Buffalo Peacemakers, Buffalo Fathers, MVP, and all the other great organizations that working in the city of Buffalo to make Buffalo a better place for our future generation. I would like to thank all the officials for joining us today. I would also like to thank all Bangladeshi community leaders. Here we have Bangladesh Society of Buffalo President Faizur Rahman Bhai here with us. I would like to thank Help for Bangladesh Society, President Aziz Mazumdar Bhai is here. We also have Madina Masjid community. All the members are here today with us. We have Basco President Nazmul Hassan Bhai is here. Biani Bajar Society of Buffaloes. We have the treasurer. We have all our members, all our community members here with us today. We also have many more people coming to join us in this program today. It's going to be a short but a lengthy program. We're going to try to keep it short as much possible. I heard Mr. Ballman, he's trying to make a quick in and out. He's got another event to go to. We're not going to hold it for too long. As far as thanking goes, we have thanked everybody for joining us today. Everyone that watching through Buffalo Darpon, Buffalo Protidin, we thank all our community members, and we need everyone's encouragement and everyone's involvement in the community so we could work with each other to make a better future. Now, I would like to call up on stage Mr. Ballman. Byron Ballman, he is the board chairman of Buffalo School District. I would like him to say a few words to our community. Mr. Byron Ballman. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Short but lengthy. I don't know how that works, so we'll get to it. Thanks, everyone. Really happy to be here today, and I am the chairman of the Buffalo Common Council Education Committee. So we have a voice in the Buffalo Public Schools, but we don't get a vote, but there are school board members. And one thing that's been important to this community that myself and Councilmember Nowakowski have worked on is the halal food program within the Buffalo Public Schools. I know last time that we were in this the room, there were questions because while we had the pilot program and the program is moving forward, we wanted better vendors. I'm happy to give you an update that we did. Myself, Osman, and representatives from the community met with the superintendent's office, and they are working to build that infrastructure to get better vendors for the halal food throughout the Buffalo Public Schools. It will take some work, right? Some of the vendors are smaller locally, so they need to have the capacity to serve the Buffalo Public Schools. There's a lot of students, but we're trying to figure out the groundwork, and the great news is that the superintendent's office, the Buffalo Public Schools, are open to that. And for me, I want a product that's served that is healthy, that you all are comfortable with for your children putting in their bodies. So I'm committed to that. It appears that the Buffalo Public Schools system is also committed to that, our superintendent, so I'm happy to work with her. And they have been great partners through this whole thing. They've been very open and wanting to move that forward. So that's the update on the halal foods, but we are moving forward. There will be more discussions and more meetings, but the initial movement forward sounds very good. And then I just want to say, throughout this community, I have several mosques throughout the entire district of Lovejoy, and they have been great partners with me in my office. I make it a point to stop there. I'll be visiting the BICC, Buffalo Islamic Cultural Center, next couple weeks, and I make it a point to sit at the table and ask, how we can work together. And I do that with every community within the Lovejoy district because I know our diversity makes us stronger, working together, coming together, and solving problems. Think about the things we do on Ramadan. Schiller Park has thousands of, Bengali families coming to worship in the park. We've worked with the Buffalo Police to make sure, the parking and the transition, and that it's an overall safe event. And those are the things we do by working together. So I'm committed to working with your community. Listening to Osmond is so inspiring. His passion to bridge the gap, to bring us all together is wonderful. I'm excited to continue working with you all. And I apologize, I don't like to leave events. I always try to stay, but I have to help my mother tonight. So my apologies, but thank you all very much for making me a part of your community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baldman. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate it. When I ask Murshad Bhai to continue.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you, Mr. Bowman, and I know you have to leave, but your engagement is appreciable, and you are actually everywhere. We see you everywhere, making community stronger, working with us. There's no religion you choose, no color you choose. Thank you so much again, and we will expect you to be joining us next program. Thank you so much. I would like to welcome to the stage our Legislative Howard. Mr. Howard, please, thank you. Take your place here.
Assalamu alaikum. All right, peace be unto you. Hey, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to be here with you today. Asman, thank you for the invite. Bangladesh community, thank you for always being as gracious and nice that you are to me every time that I see you guys. Quick update, we are at the Can you hear me now? Yeah, that's good. You can? Okay. My outside voice. So, quick update. In the new year, we are in the legislature. We are working on a language access bill that's going to identify the top 5 languages and make it a law in New York State that all agencies, particularly in the county, have those folks who speak the languages. So when you guys call social services and those needs in the county, that we have somebody who can translate that for you guys, and it's just not that language barrier that you guys receive here. So that's one of the updates we're working on. We're looking at pass that language access bill in the new year. So that's a quick update from us as far as county. I just want to thank you guys for the work that you're doing in the community. Bridging the gap, this is just so important. And it's the differences, my difference and your differences, which makes our community great. So I want to thank you guys for allowing me to be here with you today. Continue to do the great work you're doing. We'll be at the call for you guys, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Howard Johnson. We have our next guest, our primary winner, Ellicott District Council Member Leah Holton Pope. She is also a senior advisor of Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes. Can I have? Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Peace be unto you. Thank you all for having me back again, and thank you for getting me over the finish line in the primary. I'm very, very grateful to be here. The work that we got a lot of work ahead of us. We have a brand new district, and we look more like the state. We look like the whole city, Ellicott does, with every different socioeconomic background, every education level, every religion you could possibly think of. And so the focus needs to be on how we are one community, as Usman said. I think that's critical to making sure that we build connectivity and we, as you said, bridge that gap between our different cultures. We're more alike than we are different, whether you live on the west side of the district or the east side. Our concerns are the same. We want our housing to stay at a reasonable level, right? If you're a renter, you don't want to have a problem with paying rent that's too high. As a homeowner, we don't want to be taxed out of our neighborhoods and our communities, right? If we want to stabilize our neighborhoods through focusing on curbs and sidewalks and streets, and that happens by working together. Now, both sides of the district are different, and so the means to address those issues will have to be different. And the final would be also focusing on our small businesses. That means I'd like to make sure we create a directory. So if you have a brick and mortar, or you happen to have an e-commerce business or your professional services, I'd like to see people who are in the Elmwood Village call somebody from the Bangladesh community and say, oh, I need a notary. Let me just call so-and-so. Or somebody from the east side of the district to say, hey, I might need an attorney. Let me call somebody on the Elmwood Village side. That's how you start building neighborhoods and building a true sense of community. And I think we can do that if we start working together. So I'm looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to serving you all. Thank you. God bless.
When is the early voting starts?
Early voting begins on Friday. Saturday.
Saturday.
The 28th.
28th.
Don't come on Friday, it won't happen. The chairman is here to confirm that. But it begins on the 28th, and it'll end that following Sunday. And then election day is on November 7th.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
Vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Vote, 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 everyone. So this is a message for our community. Make sure everyone go out and vote. If you want to do early voting, it starts on Saturday, and the main vote is on the November 7th. So everyone should go out and vote. Now I would like to call up on stage Assembly Women, Crystal Peoples-Stokes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, brothers, and assalamu alaikum. I am absolutely honored beyond measure to be here.
Wow.
I want to thank you all for inviting me. I sit in the New York State Assembly, and on a regular basis, once a year, I see the Bengali community come in from New York City. They fill our entire chambers. Now, in 24, I expect to see you all filling our chambers when that Bengalese community comes from New York. Now, I don't know how you connected to them in terms of your organizing, but I'm going to make sure that you know that day when they're coming so that Buffalo will show up as well. I look forward to that.
Absolutely.
Secondly, I would say this, it's so critically important to vote. And people were kind of shocked when Mayor Brown was able to win with a write-in vote to be our mayor. And I attribute a lot of that to the Bengalese community, because I saw what you did on the streets. I saw you at the voting booths. I saw you working the votes. I saw you getting the job done. And if you can, people across the country raved at that. Like, how do you do a write-in? You do a write-in when you use a collective vote to get out and vote. And that's what happened in that election. And I truly expect to see that happening in all elections, because I know where your heart is. I know that's what you intend to do. I listen very clearly that everybody is the same. There is only one race, and it's a human race.
That's right.
And we're all human. And we're all made because of God's love. So if we're sharing that love, we have to be engaged in the voting process, because otherwise we'll get some people elected who don't love us, who don't care about us, and will do the negative things that impact our community instead of the positive things. I've been around long enough to remember, I wasn't able to vote for him, but I remember when Reagan was president, and his biggest issue was cutting taxes. And he won election on that issue, cutting taxes. And when taxes got cut, who lost the service? Who lost the programs in their communities that help their young people learn how to grow and be contributing citizens as opposed to the other one? Who lost that? Mostly it was people of color. Mostly it was black people. There were days when all of our community centers were open. There was always after school programs. There was always something for young people to do. But when the taxes got cut, they said, oh, there's not enough money to do that. Well, there was enough money for them to do everything else they want to do, including build roads all over the place that divided communities. And I don't know if you've ever been on the 990, but it's a road to nowhere.
That's right.
It's a road to nowhere. So they found money to do those things, but they didn't find money to invest in people. The purpose of government is to serve the people. And so if we don't elect the right people who understand that, then we won't get the service that we need. So thank you for what you've done in the past. I ask you to continue doing that. I want to thank you personally for supporting my senior advisor, who obviously won't be my senior advisor next year, but that's okay, because she's going to be the Ellicott District Council member. And just like God sent her to help me, he's going to send me somebody else. And I know that to be a fact because he always does that. So I want to give God all the glory. And again, thank you all for the opportunity to speak to you. Stay blessed and stay peaceful.
Thank you, New York State Assemblywoman Crystal Peoples-Stokes. Can I call up on stage Mohammed Usman Shimulbai?
Thank you very much. The Crystal Peoples-Stokes, it's our honor to have you here to say something in front of all of the community. And our chairman, Democrat chairman, Jeremy Jelner is here. Before we call him on a stage, he gonna talk today. Our people actually wouldn't wanna vote, so we think we don't need to vote because all the councilmen already they win the primary, so we don't need to go to vote. But we have to think our one vote is matter. If everybody, if I think I don't need to go vote, she's already councilwoman. He's also legislator, and he win the primary from the Democrat, so nobody need to go. Everybody, if I think myself, everybody think like that, my one vote doesn't matter. What's gonna happen? Everybody thinking my one vote doesn't matter. So every vote is matter. Our main citizen right is to vote. Why I'm citizen? The citizen and green card holder. When I was just only the green card, so what I get, now I'm the citizen, so I get same thing. No difference. Only difference I can vote and the green card holder cannot vote. So why I'm not voting? So that's community. We are talking about our every vote is matter. We're gonna register a whole community. My community is moving Buffalo huge. It's huge every day. Every day. So the community is rising and all over the state people is moving to Buffalo. We need to register. Wherever we are moving to Buffalo, we need to register. Anybody from New York City think, oh, I'm already registered in New York City. But if he move in Buffalo, so we have to register again. We have to change the name and everything, right? So our one vote is matter. Thank you. So I would like to invite our Democrat Party Chairman Jeremy Jelner, please.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate everyone being here. We do have an important election coming up, and it's not true that our candidates don't have opponents. We've got races across the city of Buffalo. We're going to send 2 women to the Common Council this year, but they've got to win their election on November 7th. Zanetta Everhart has an opponent in the Maston district. Leah has an opponent in the Ellicott district. Howard has an opponent in his legislative district. Bowman has an opponent on the Republican and conservative line. And their opponents are not just sitting on their hands, they're doing things, they're active, they're not just paper candidates. We can't take anything for granted. We've seen what happens when we sit home and say, we don't need to vote. Then we lose a historic primary and have to turn the city upside down and have a write-in. We don't want to do that. We don't want to find out what happens on November 8th if we sit home and don't vote. There's a critical county executive race right now with Mark Polenkars, who's our candidate, running against a small business owner from Clarence. The small business owner from Clarence that was the county executive before didn't work out very well. His name was Chris Collins. He wanted to make the government like a business and run it like a business. So he slashed and cut every single program that he could grab and in order to lower taxes. We can't have that. We need the services, as the majority leader said. Our community needs the services that it provides to the people. We're not widgets. We're not a company. We don't stretch the bottom line. We have to provide services. That's what Democrats do. That's why we got to get out and vote. Early voting begins on Saturday, the 28th. We now have a new later registration date. So now you can register all this week, all the way up till the 28th. You can register on the first day of early voting on the 28th to vote if you haven't registered already. Or if you need to make a change in your registration, if you want to get your address changed. So keep that in mind. That wasn't the case before. Lots of people think, they couldn't vote if it was this late in the season, but now you can. Now you can go all the way up until this Saturday. We have 38 early voting sites across the county. If you live in Erie County, you can vote at any one of them. They're all universal. If you happen to be downtown and you work downtown, you can come to the Board of Elections and vote. You don't have to vote in the Ellicott District or the Maston District. We've got, I think we have 12 sites now, or 11 sites in the city of Buffalo alone for folks to make it. And you can go any day out of those 9 days. There really is no excuse to not go down and make your voice heard. There are important races. These local year elections, they affect your lives more than the presidential election sometimes, because your services in your community directly go to these folks sitting in the front row here. And so they come to you because they respect your community. You need to hold them their feet to the fire so that they deliver for you. That's what democracy is all about. And we see a lack of participation across the country, all over the place, with a lot of different things, not just voting in politics, but people are just not plugged in anymore. They're plugged into their phones. And we've got to get off those phones, and we've got to start having meetings like this. We've got to start registering our friends and family to vote and talking about, geez, why don't we have enough garbage cans in that business district? Why don't we have enough bus routes in our district? Well, it's because people's voices aren't being heard. So your voices have to be heard. And that's only going to happen by voting and by keeping close relationships with your elected officials. We've got a need for election inspectors. We pay our election inspectors in Erie County. Our elections are ran by one-day employees who come and run the elections. So if you would like to be one, you should go to our website, elections.erie.gov, and you can sign up to be a paid election inspector. We pay you to get trained to be an inspector. And then we pay you to be there. It's a hard work. You know, you're there from 5:30 in the morning till 9:30, but it's a good paycheck. We've raised the pay for inspectors as well. And now we have early voting. So you could have 9 more days of early voting to be an inspector. And we also could use some interpreters and greeters at the locations that we have. And we're headed into an important presidential year where we'd like to beef up our inspector units at the polling places to help folks, to make it easier for them. So there's a lot of things that you could participate in governmentally and politically. You're doing both of them. You're helping in your community. You're seeing things like the halal school programs for lunches. That's a big deal. That's something that's important, that your voice was heard on that. And so that's just a direct action because you're organizing. If you're not organizing, things aren't going to get done. And so I appreciate all of your support and help and activism, because we make a difference in this country, in this community. And I'm glad that we're talking unity, because our community's hurting, and we need to be together to make some tough decisions going forward, to do some difficult things, to keep our community on the move and growing and going in the right direction. It's not going to happen through divisiveness. There's a lot of ugliness, not just around the world, but right here in Western New York, Erie County, and New York. And we've got to come together, because if we don't, we're going to keep on these phones dividing one another up. And that's no way to move forward, and no way to move a community forward. So I appreciate all of your support and your help. Mr. Osman's always been terrific and a big supporter of our party and helping our candidates and organizing folks to get involved, and sometimes just meet some of our elected officials so that you know who to call when you need a tree cut down or you got a sewer backed up. You know, that's important stuff. It affects our lives every day. And you're right at the ground level with it. So I appreciate everything. If I can ever be of any help, give me a call. And again, go to our website at the Board of Elections if you'd like to be an elections inspector, elections.erie.gov. I'll leave you with one thing. All those folks that you saw storming the Capitol on January 6th, and the people who want to come out and vote against everything that is important to us, they're going to be voting. They're calling our Board of Elections and signing up to be inspectors. We need to make sure that our people are staying involved and being active as well. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Maybe someday, right? Thank you for all this information. This is very much needed for our community. A lot of people probably don't even know that, they can go to the website and get registered and be an inspector. And it's a great thing to be part of the the poll, the election. So you could basically, encourage more people to come and see you, because you are going to be at the polling station. Come and see me at the polling station and get your vote registered. So what we did at the last election with the mayoral election, Brother Osman and our volunteers, we worked together to make sure the Bangladeshi community that moved from all over the country, that Osman already mentioned it, that thought they are already registered as a voter, which they were not. They're coming from different city, different state. So we went door to door. We want to thank Buffalo Darpon, Buffalo Bangla, Buffalo Pratidin, as well as DTB. These guys were right behind the camera and helping us, spreading the word to our community so that people knows that they could go get registered. All over again, you have to get registered. And once you are registered, you could go vote and find the right candidate for your district. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to continue the work. This is what we do, and we're going to continue with our community. Make sure everyone is registered, everyone is ready to do the early voting, as well as on the November 7th. Now I would like to call up on stage the MVP, President Mia. Please come. Yes, thank you for being here with us. And she is a very hardworking lady. We attended many of our programs, and she does an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you. Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Thank you so very much. Everyone has already said so many amazing things. There's not a lot to say. What I would like to say is when I first got the invitation from Osman to come here, I said, oh, he's having an event called Bridging the Gap. They have an initiative called Bridging the Gap too. And I thought it was something different. But as I sit here listening to everyone speak, we're doing the same thing. We want the same thing. So it's very important for us to work together. I'll say that again, because it doesn't matter who you worship. It doesn't matter what you eat. It doesn't matter what TV shows you like to watch. What matters is that we are living together, and we all want the same thing for our neighborhood. We want to have a clean neighborhood. We want to have a safe neighborhood. So we need to work together in order to make that happen. We've been working closely with Osman for the last 2 years now. Osman is a proud MVP member. He comes and sponsors all of our events, and we come and sponsor all of his events because it's a togetherness. So we have to think, like he said, we're all human. We're all under God, and we all have to work together. And MVP is proud to work with the Bengali community. We're proud to work with anyone that wants to do something positive for our city. So let's continue to work together, and let's make this happen. Peace.
Thank you so much. Again, I'm thanking everybody to be here today. And this is actually the event to get people together, bridge the gap. That means it's a lot to us. It's not only Bangladeshi community we're representing today, we're representing Buffalians. We're representing Erie County community. Every single community out the door. May we know, we probably know all of them, probably not, but all the organizations are working to rebuild the Buffalo. This is one of us. We are one of them. She has a strong voice for us. She's not here only for today, she's here everywhere. Everywhere in Buffalo. We've been meeting so many events, Buffalo, MVP, that they have been working for a long time. Long time. So that's how we know each other. I'm thanking every and single person joining today, and hope we will spread this news to everybody in futures. We need more people to show in Buffalo city official that we are working together, and hopefully we'll be success one day. I'm gonna call some of the leaders from my community.
Can I just ask one question?
Sure.
Is it possible to have a list circulated so that the chairman can take back a list of people who want to take signs, like polling card signs in front of their house? Because the person that's running against polling cards is scary. Yeah. Okay. Very scary. So if you can have something he can write a list.
Do you want to
I'm gonna put my
say it on the mic?
I'm sorry. I was just asking if we could pass around a list for people to put their addresses. If they would like to have the chairman make sure that they get access to a marked polling card sign for county executive, because the young lady that's challenging him, she may be in business, but she's very scary, and we do not need her type to be elected in Erie County.
Thank you. So we're going to pass the paper and the pen, so we'll have everybody sign their name and everything. Thank you. Now I would like to call up on stage to say a quick question. If you have any questions, our Bangladesh Society of Buffalo President Fazlur Rahman Bhai, please come on stage, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. First of all, I'd like to thank you to Osman Bhai to invite me over here, and also I'd like to thank you for all of members. Today is all city council member, county exclusive, Democratic Party chairman, New York State senators, officials, U.S. Assembly officials, also city and state officials. I like to also all Bengali community member over here, to President Secretary to supporting us today, and also I like to thank you for all of the invited person here, and thank you very much. And I like to support our from Bangladesh Society of Buffalo members to supporting today's meeting. Everyone, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rahman Bhai. Now, can I call up on stage BASCO President Nazmul Hassan Bhai? Please come up on stage.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. New York State Assembly members, Erie County officials, and Democratic hopeful who are participating in elections, and of course our Bangladeshi organizations and leaders and everybody. My name is Nazmul Hassan Khan. I'm a physician scientist. I've been living in this land more than 25 years in Buffalo. So I work most of the time, most of the time I stay in Buffalo, although I live in further down in Amherst. One thing I've been telling all over, and Osman is one of them who's supporting, we love diversity, we love inclusion. And the reason we came from a land, Bangladesh, or the Indian subcontinent, there we have been living in that land, different religion, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Hindus, Jews, for a long time. And people from different ethnicity moved to that land, and you may even see our color is also a little different sometimes. Some are dark black, some are bright white, some are brown. So we know how to live together. And when we moved in here, and all these people moved in here, there is a difference. We came here as an immigrant, not as a refugee. Professionals, university students. I graduated from UB with a PhD. I've been working at Roswell 24 years. So we are here to be integrated, to be part of this society, to come together and work together. And today I'm so happy to see that Mr. Osman and everybody bring different community members, which I have been working for last several years. So I love you. And for our Bangladeshi people, one thing, who has become citizen? The only difference is that we can vote. The only responsibility we have when we take the oath, we have to vote. So please vote. That's your civic duty. Get engaged with the election process. Elect the people who wants to serve your need, your purpose. To the elected officials, I have one thing to tell about. We are growing. Bangladeshi community is growing. I know in the school district, different school districts, there are different language as a second language option. Spanish, Roman, or Latin, or French, or German. So I would request the Buffalo Common Council and other members and democratic officials to seriously consider to include Bangla, which is one of the widely spoken language in the world, to include into the school system as a second language option. Please, we love our language. We sacrifice our life to establish the right of our language, 1952. The International Mother Language Day is celebrated by all over the world. So we are living here, we are Bengali speaking, not only from Bangladesh, you know that a fraction of Indians are also Bangla speaking, and they are here too, many of them. In fact, one religious festival happening today is Durga Puja, who is celebrated by a big number of Bengali speaking community living in Western New York, living in Buffalo. So our request, if we include that language into the education system as a second language option, that not only will save the language, it will get the vote of us, because we love our language, we sacrifice our life for language. So if somebody honor or promote that language, definitely we would love that. Another issue which we were talking all through, that is tolerance. Tolerance, very important. Many things happening all over the world. Usman has mentioned, we are children of same father, different father, but the same ethnic humanity. The death of a human in Israel, death of a human is Palestine, death of a human in Ukraine is equally sad, is equally devastating. So we don't want any of this. We want them to stop. At the same time, in our community, we have to be tolerant. We have to be tolerant to our Jewish neighbor. We have to be tolerant to our Muslim neighbor. We have to be tolerant to our Christian friends. We have to be tolerant to our Hindu friends. Because all those we are in this country, in this big democracy. We're in a democracy. We have to uphold those values. And that's why we came here. Basically, I came here. We love democracy, and we want to uphold those democracy. And that's why you see how many Bangladeshi people gathered here for an election purpose. So to the democratic elected officials, democratic leaders, to the assembly officials and assembly women's, my request, please promote tolerance, make program where as Osman is doing, that we can reduce the gap, make the praise, bring everybody together. That's my urge to you and to my Bangladeshi origin American immigrants. Please vote. Your voice matters. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your strong voice for community. I'll say Martin Luther King has taught us the right education. That's deliverance. This kind of message from anyone lives in this earth. And not only the leader, many other leaders have delivered us the right education. That was we are following. He has a dream. I had a dream. The word is very famous. But I said we had a dream to rebuild the Buffalo again. We are bridging the gap. We are working to rebuild the Buffalo. We are working to rebuild the relation to corner, religion to religion, color to color. This event is purpose of gathering to bring every community, every color and race. You could see that different voices we're hearing. Different people are joining us every different event. This is our plan. Bridge the gap is just a small 3 words. It's meaning a lot. It means a lot to us. We will continue to rebuild the Buffalo until the die, until the death. Every single body should come together, work together. I would like to invite our community, another community leader from Help for Bangladesh, Janab Aziz Mazumdar Bhai, for 1 minute. I would like to hear from him, from his opinion. Thank you.
Good evening and assalamu alaikum. Our respected community leaders, elected candidates, and our Bangladesh community and other community people. We come here all together, see what's going on. I see everything going good. Our Bangladesh community, Rohingya community, all are now meshed with you all, and we are now working all together. We work all together, and we hope that we will help each other anytime we need any help or we need anything. So I give you the best wishes to do the good work for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brother Aziz Muzumdar. Thanks for your strong voice here again. We can keep talking about same thing, but if we don't listen, if we don't earn, if we don't work together, it's never gonna work. As I said, these kind of events will be continue till we are succeed. We are targeting to take the Buffalo on the second stage, which is a standard stage, which is needy stage. There's many of the organization working, not only Bangladeshi community, is MPP, Buffalo Fathers, Peacemaker. I never know these people, but day by day I'm studying them. They are working so hard to bring people together. I'm thanking them from my heart. I'll say if we can help them, I think they'll be more stronger. Only one target, get together, work together. This is our home. Instead of developing many different organizations, get together, work together, be engaged with the main organization ministry. See, we have different people every events. The reason we need to hear from them, different opinion, different ideas. So anyway, request to everybody, please join together, work together, reduce the hate crime, reduce the racism. We need to rebuild the Buffalo again. We know where the Buffalo was 10 years back. We all know. As other brothers mentioned, Bangladeshi people is not refugee. That's guarantee. Take my word, that's guarantee. We help refugees in Bangladesh, over 500,000 people in there, using our own money, feeding them for free. They don't work there, we feed them for free. So we are not refugee. If anybody think we are refugee, take your word back. This is my challenge to you. We are not refugee. We are building Buffalo. This is our commitment. This is our slogan. We are not only people here. We have millions of people who will be here, not only in Buffalo, in the United States. So we are building the country. We are building the community. I love you, love all others. I'll hand over my mic to the Manuel Bhai. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Moshed. Now, can I call up on stage from Madina Masjid, the representative from Madina Masjid, to say a few words? I want to thank Bangladesh Plaza Mamun, MD Mamun Bhai. I want to thank Buffalo Trade Center, Khaled Ali Bhai, for helping us organizing great events like this, working with other communities. Thank you. I have MD Helaluddin from Madina Masjid. Is the Joint Secretary. So if you was done.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Already everybody talk a lot, like who are you, we are here, like we are like make a breeze with together, right? This is the main concern. Like we breeze together, we're gonna work together. There is no another word, and we're gonna build. We're gonna go for build. I don't want to take long time because a lot of people have different work to go their family, go their family and time, spend time with them. So I'm gonna say only one word, like we're gonna work together, everybody, and we're gonna fill in the gaps. And we're gonna hate the hate crime. We're gonna like speak together, like if anybody doing something wrong, we're gonna stand together. That is our main concern. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Brother Halal. Can I call up on stage our Shahidullah uncle to say a few words? Shahidullah uncle.
One time.
1 minute. Oh, we have. Yeah, absolutely. Mia wants to say one thing.
time. Watch this stuff.
I just want to just ask you guys, if you do want to start working, you can go to joinmvp.org and sign up. We would love for you to join MVP so that you can start coming out in the community with us and start doing some of the work on the ground so that we can get more done. If we truly want to work together, come on up, joinmvp.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. Bangladesh Plaza, MD Mamun Bhai. Thank you. Thank you for your support to our community. I want to call up on stage one of our young brother, Tanoon Razbi. He's a barrister and he's a new barrister in Buffalo. That's Andrews. All right, he's going to introduce himself. He's a very...
Thank you, Moinuba. Osman, thank you so much. This is a beautiful initiative. This is a lovely event. I'm going to talk about you in a second. I'm just going to introduce myself. I got my law degree from London. I'm a barrister from England. I'm going to be soon to be an attorney. I'm going to be your first attorney from Buffalo. I love Buffalo. I moved in 2019 to Buffalo. Let's talk about today's event. Osman Bhai, as always, you have been a great person who builds a gap. This is a perfect event for us, the Bangladeshi committee, to meet with our black community, with the white community. And Mr. Ahad Johnson, you know I'm your fan. Again, Osman Bhai, thank you so much for having this event. We as a community, we are building so much. We'd love to be part of the black community, the white community. We all work together, the Hispanic community, the Spanish community. We're all going to work all together and build Buffalo great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bhai. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you. We have dinner will be served shortly, and we're going to try to make it as short as possible. Does anyone have any questions from the house? All right. Please come up on stage. We're going to take a couple of quick questions, and then we're going to cut it short. And we're also going to have, right after this, we're going to have all the Ellicott District community members want to gather up on stage. They want to just congratulate Leah Helton Pope for coming up election. You guys can come up on stage. Short
Thank you very much, everybody. I have 3 questions. It's very short, and within 1 minute, I'll finish this one. As I know, there's as your people here is highly officials is here and high-ranking people who has connected with the top who lead the United States, and we have to convey this message through you. This is number 1. 2 points I want to add. Which one? As you say, Mr. Shimul Bhai, he said this. In Buffalo, there is one rumor. There's those who are buying house, lots of house. There is lots of house. Some Bangladeshi, they make renovation, and they are thinking this. We have a good connection with the council members and mayors and all community leader, Democratic Party leader. That's why we are getting some houses free, and from the free houses we are making renovation, and we are becoming a millionaire in Buffalo. Which one? Totally rumors from the beside our neighbor, and everybody is thinking like that. And I want to share with you this. First time when I came in Buffalo, I took a rent. Which one? I took a rent. It was inactive 35 years. How I know? The man, he make renovation, and I took a rent from him. When I applied for the internet to the Spectrum, they said, wow, before 25 years, someone was using internet in this house, and today you are applying for, and I am the first one. I applied after 25 years for this internet, for this one. Number 1. Number 2, when I moved to my own house, I buy my own house, and I found this house was 35 years inactive. Today I make renovation and I am living there. So this is the way we are taking part of Buffalo economy, structural, infrastructural, and everything. Every Bangladeshi people, they are the one, they are doing same way like this. And this is number 3. we would like to highlight again about Bailey Road, which one thousands of pothole. Mr. Bowman, he left this. Number 4, this, as Mr. Simulbai, he said this, terrorism. We don't have any connection with the, with the terrorist. Terrorist has no land, no identity, no nationality, no religion, because he's a terrorist. And we are a son of Adams, we believe, and we have only one God. And last, which one I would like to, Mr. Bowman here, he's related with the schools, and we have a lot of children in the school. They make, sometimes they send a letter from the school, which one is Bengali translate. And they make this translation from the Google. And this Google Translate is making, you cannot read it, and they make destroy our language, and we don't know the meanings of this. We need someone to Buffalo School who can make exact translate of Bengali, because Bengali is an international language, as you know, United States, all over the UN, they approve it, and we don't want to destroy our language, and it should not be by the translate by Google, which one destroy our language. Should be someone there, it's very important. And we want to, last one, we want to highlight again about the tax card. We are supporting to collecting for a tax, and we are paying those. Yearly, city got $60 a year in one house. Those house we make activated, and we are paying more than thousands of year, gas, electricity, everything. There is some people, they are coming from outside to visit Buffalo. And in the Buffalo, they took one wrong message, which one all councilmen should take action on that. They are moving around the city of Buffalo, and around the city of Buffalo is very poor level road, infrastructure, everything very poor. And they gone outside to another, oh, Buffalo like this, you see the picture, you see that, like this. So when we moved to the Gasville, Williamsville, they have a nice area, they never visit there. So they took the wrong message from here. I highlight this all points to you, just to study about it and make a necessary action on that. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm sorry to take you long.
Thank you very much. Can I call the Ellicott District Community leaders come up on stage, please? Yes, Leah's.
Just real quick about the education. So MVP, we are what is called a parent Congress group in the Buffalo Public Schools. So if you have an issue, we meet with the superintendent every single month. So if there's something that you need for Buffalo Public Schools, then you can come talk to us, and we can advocate, or we can at least bring it to the table. So if the language is something that we need to do, then we can make it a part of our agenda to talk to the superintendent about that, because we are a parent Congress group.
Very nice, thank you. There's a lot of great things coming out from this event, you guys. We know we talked about the halal food at public school. We talked about the Bangla as the second language at the public school. We talked about the Bangla translation that people receive letters through Google Translate. And so Mia's here. We're going to be working with MVP. We're going to try to sit down. We're going to talk to the, thank you very much. So this group is coming to great heart. Their new elected council member. We have Leah Holton Pope.
Make sure we still vote on November 7th.
Next.
Not over yet. Start on Saturday.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
আপনাদের Medina Muslim Center, Islamic Center. What's the address?
270 Laurel Estate. 270 Laurel Estate is like near Jefferson and East Utica, like Laurel Estate. Opposite of Top Supermarket.
Very nice. So Leah, you meet the community from the Medina Islamic Center, Buffalo. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you for coming up on stage, you guys.
Thank you.
So they're going to be spreading the word from the Medina Islamic Cultural Center or Islamic Center to go out vote for Leah on the 7th. And you could go on the early voting. We're going to be taking a couple of more questions. Okay, so Buffalo Trade Center is from Ellicott District. You want to take a couple of pictures? You can come up on stage with Khaled Ali, Mahmoud Ahmed Bhai. You can come up on stage. Picture with So everyone, dinner will be served shortly, and we have taken enough questions throughout the night. And we'd like to thank all the community members, all the city officials, and the Democratic Club, Democratic Chairman, Jeremy Zenner, also Howard Johnson from Howard Johnson is the legislator, everyone for joining us today, making this event a success. And we're going to sit together. This is basically the way we're trying to do this is like a table talk. We can talk to our city officials and our leaders to bring the community together and get to know our city officials so we could move in the future. There's a lot of great things came out today, and we thank every single one of you for joining us here. And I'm going to ask Mohammed Osman Shimul Bhai to come and close up the event. Thank you, Osman Shimul Bhai.
Thank you, Moinul Bhai and Morshad Bhai did a great, right? They did a good? Okay, thank you. And all my community members, brothers and sisters, all the leaders, Assembly Women, Crystal People Stokes, thank you very much for coming. I know your time is very important, but we are appreciating you to give us much as time. And thank you, my brother and sisters from MBF. Love you from my heart. Thank you, my brother and sister from my community. One thing, bridging the gap is very important. Right now, the friendship talk, right? If you are my friend, if I say you something, you're gonna listen to me. So we have to bring the love, actually. Love make us more friendship, and love make us whatever. So we talk every time about the Bengali community rising in Buffalo. We need your help to grow up. You need us too. So one hand wash another hand. So we're gonna wash two hands, and we're gonna do everything good for our community. And we're gonna, that's one message. We are from same God. We are from same blood. We are working together, bring peace and love. We don't wanna fight no more. So all city officials, state officials, we are bring to us to listen to us and make work for us. So we wanna be community, one nation, right? One community. So no more change. If anybody have any question, thank you again to helping all the media, Buffalo Bangla, Buffalo Protidin, Buffalo Dorpon, and Dash Bani, and Dash DTV. So all the media and broadcasting and spreading the word, the bridging the gap. Thank you everybody. Thank you again. And all our beloved brothers and sisters and here and who were listening. This is more important than anything else. Believe me, bridging the gap, other than if the hate is nation by nation, what's going to happen? We see the hate in nation by nation, right? What happened in Israel, in the Philistine? What happened right now? Hate in nation by nation. So we don't support any terrorism, and we don't want any blood in dropping in our innocent brothers and sisters. It's year and years. We are seeing that. We don't want any blood, any innocent peoples, killing any innocent people, any of the world. I tell before, we are from same human being. I don't control where I'm born. Who sent it? God. So this is the land for God. You, me, we never be long life. We never be. One day we have to be dead. One day every gonna be dead. Who own the country? Only God, right? Every president. How many presidents in United States now? How many? 26, right? 46. So 46. How many? Where are they now? All the powerful presidents in the United States, all over the world. Nobody is there. My father, his father, my grandfather, his grandfather. No more. Who own the world? Only God is existing, right? Allah. So everything by the God, we don't want to kill his people. Nowhere. his land. I'm not exaggerating because we don't have anything. What we have? My father has something, I own it. My grandfather has something, my father have it. His grandfather has something, he have it. You, same. How many generation you have? Nobody have right now, nobody. You, me, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years, we are not no more. So who own this? God, his land. We have to save his people. The right now, what happened in Gaza, Philistine, our city officials, brother and sister, we want a ceasefire. We are not supporting any terrorism. We are not supporting any killing innocent people in Gaza. Anything we see the media, everything is not true. The truth is, we don't want to kill any innocent people. We want a ceasefire. So this is the message. We bring peace and love. We same thing. We don't want any just gap with the communities. Bengali, we are here. You are here. All religious is here. We are bridging the gap. We want to be brotherhood, and there's gonna be peace and love, no hate. The city of Buffalo, we want that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, brothers and sisters. If anybody have question, so we're gonna cut it short. We have a dinner over there. We're gonna finish the dinner, and we'll finish that. So before that, if our brother anyone has a short question, very short.
Thank you. Good night and assalamu alaikum everybody. My name is Professor Iqbal Chaudhary. I am the house investor in Buffalo. I have one most important question of the leaders and officers of the Erie County and Buffalo. We invest the house for get the renting, but we always suffer. Our tenants sometimes give the some money or deposit money. Next time they not give me any money. Any reason when we go the eviction process is the long term eviction process, 3-4 months. When we go the Buffalo House Court, just give the time for many reason for favor of tenant. But we pay water bill, another bill, and taxes, and every side of the one kinds of the tenant fee, $50 for two family. But when we not pay this one, our house is gone. But we not collect the rent money from our tenant. Now what can I do? And what do for our investor, the house owner of the people? Mr. Shimul Osman is the investor and the house owner. We know I buy a lot of house from him. But when I question, what can I do? Everybody say, go Erie County office for eviction. But eviction process is the long term. But they stay in house without pay. I pray to you, when you do something for investor, Buffalo is rising again. When we are not take our money, rent money, we are not good interested and not interested to invest again. Buffalo making by investor, lot of the people are Bangladeshi, and we have one question: what time we get our